Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For this week's read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Ciro Marchetti for the main tarot. The website I have on this one is usgamesinc.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check out that information if you're interested. The supportive oracle cards, magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. They're illustrated by Jesse Reish, and there's a website at the bottom, hayhouse.com. The dice that I use are from Amazon. Here's the stuff on the back. If it focuses. I use the D20 for the major arcana, which does omit 21, but I work with it. And then I use the D12 for the number of the minor arcana from 1 to knight. It omits queen and king, but I work with it. And I use the four-sided dice for the element, if you're wondering. All right. That's what I'm using. Hopefully that helps. And, if you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. This James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. And now on to your reading. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? When I was shuffling, the energy was kind of like, it seemed like there was a bit of effort, but it was still very tranquil. So it's almost like whatever you're doing, you've probably put a lot of effort into it, but it's comfortable. So I feel like you're kind of like, the effort I'm putting in feels good to me. I feel something like that. It's almost like you're used to it and you're getting out of it what you want. That's kind of, I feel like that's where we're starting. Okay, so be careful of somebody else's business. Okay, be careful of that. Be careful of something, I don't know, there's something I feel like you're going to get pulled into if you're not already into it. So it's almost like this could be easily like a family thing, could be a friend thing or coworkers, something where things are going well for you right now. The energy seems like it's fairly good, but the thing is, I feel like you might accidentally, I feel like you might get pulled into something and they're saying, don't get pulled into this right now. Because the energy for you is really good. And I think we want to keep it there, right? What? Energy's good? Whatever it is, there's something here that's going really well. You got the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups. This could be, if you're in a relationship, it could be a relationship. This could be easily a family thing, or if it's a friendship, it's a close friendship. If it's work or something like that, it's somebody you're working with that you actually like respect and you're like, yeah, they do a good job and I like that. Doesn't mean they're a perfect person, but when it comes to the job, you're happy with how that goes and how they treat you. Something like that. So the energy is good. I feel like I've been trying to be very thoughtful, but honest about how I'm dealing with something. I feel like I've been kind of like pulling back a little bit, kind of watching. How does this really work? What's really going on there? Two of Pentacles is, we're doubling down on that one. And then the Five of Major Arcana, which is the Hierophant. Two of Pentacles, and then the Two of Pentacles came up on the dice. So I feel like I'm worried that I'm going to make the wrong decision. I feel like whatever this subject is, even though things are pretty good right now, I am aware of how it works. I am, like, whoever it is, whatever you're dealing with, right now things are good, but I'm like, yeah, but I know that, things go in seasons with this situation. Things like, it's good now, and hopefully it stays that way for a while, and maybe it can, but I feel like I gotta keep my eyes open, my ears open, my eyes. Like, am I seeing what's really happening? And I feel like I'm very, critical on that. Like, am I seeing what's really happening here? I'm trying to move forward with something. I'm hearing things. People are saying things around me. I don't know how this sounds, but I feel like when people are saying stuff around me about a certain person or a certain subject, I do pay attention. I know some people see that as eavesdropping, but I'm like, but if that situation affects you and that information is important to you, I don't know. I don't feel bad about it. I personally don't. Like if people are saying stuff around you and and it's adding to what you need to know to make a good decision moving forward, I'm like, I don't feel bad about it. So if you feel bad about it, I'm sorry. I don't. I don't. Because that information, you're hearing things and you're trying to pay attention. It's one of those things also kind of like, I hear rumors, but I'm like, then I kind of like try to track it back, like, all right, where did that rumor come from? Is there anything, like, what pushed that forward? So it's almost like when you track back a rumor, sometimes you just find a jealous person making things up. That's true. Other times it's kind of like, all right, well, this happened. It's kind of like somebody says, oh, this happened, and they made this pizza, it was horrible. And then you're realizing, oh, well, they got a little busy, maybe the part of the pizza burned. Okay, so that wasn't the best. That's not the worst thing. I don't know why we have to broadcast that to the world, just to make it simple. Like, okay. Other times people are like, oh yeah, their food is horrible, and you're realizing their food isn't horrible, it's just this person is jealous about something, or they have negative feelings. And you're trying to trace things back, trying to look at things a little differently, kind of like, what's the deal? What's really happening here? There's something coming forward. I feel like for most of you, probably an event. This time of year, a lot of people have events they go to. Three of Swords, and then the Justice reversed. It does seem to like lean to the past. So currently, again, the energy is good. Current energy is good. But as we're moving forward towards an event, I'm like, well, this event or this combination of people, it's either this event and or this combination of people has had some bad moments. Some very bad moments. And I feel like I don't want to talk about that, but I'm like, if I have to, or if it seems like it's the right thing, I guess I will. There's something about a bad event, a bad moment, something where, does it have to be like this? Do we have to have this issue? Whatever this issue is around this same thing, like currently energy is good, but there's this thing like, oh, but there's some sour, there's some like, oh, that's not so good. Whatever that is, I do feel like it's kind of stuck. That situation is stuck. That situation is stuck. I'm kind of like, I keep feeling like don't do anything with that. Temperance reversed, don't do anything with it. Eight of Pentacles reversed. It's kind of like, no, don't put effort into this. This isn't the time. It makes sense why you might want to clear it up or kind of like heal it or do something like that. I feel like what they're saying is you're going to have this urge to kind of just pretend it's not happening. And it does seem like that's counterproductive. But I'm getting, for the timing of it, it's better to just let it be. Let sleeping dogs lie. I feel like I said this in a different reading recently. I don't remember which one it was. I wonder if it was one of the water signs. Not sure. I've done fire and water at this point, so I'm not really sure. If I feel guilty, though. I feel like by not bringing it up or not trying to fix things, I feel bad. There might be a third-party energy trying to, dare I say, meddle. It depends how you view it. But I'm like, this isn't the time. I keep getting like, this isn't a good time. This isn't the right time. This, like, something else needs to come into play. Something else might need to heal that has nothing to do with you or whoever this other person is trying to mix things together. They're saying, and it seems like there's this guilty feeling, like I want this to heal. I want this to go better. I'm getting, this is on the like, don't do this side. This is on the don't do it advice. Don't try to make things heal now. The timing isn't right. This isn't the time to do it. This is not a good time. What they're saying actually will help, which seems odd. I know it's going to seem odd, is to kind of like just let it be. Let it be. Let it stay quiet. Just leave it in the past, or just leave it where it is. Just leave it where it is. The study card is also coming up with like an explanation, like something else is coming forward. Things are happening here. Things are evolving. There's some advancements that you're not aware of, or maybe advancements that you're kind of like, I wonder if. So it's either one of two things. There's advancements coming that you don't see coming, or you might have that, oh, I wonder if this is going to happen, or I wonder if something like that's going to happen. Don't walk down that road. It's okay to wonder. It's okay for you to wonder, but I would just leave it. Because there's things that are going to change here in this situation. And those things definitely have to move forward before we can do anything else that's going to be productive for this situation. There's something really. That's why they're saying don't do it right now. I see the environment here. There's a changing. There's other people working things out. Other people are working things out. Other things are changing. There's some type of disappointment going on behind the scenes. Even though you might be one of the central players of this situation, maybe, there's things that are happening that you're not going to know about. And people that they don't want to talk about it. So there's a lot going on here that I feel like if I try to dig it up anyway, it's just, I feel like it's going to backfire. Because I feel like a lot of changes are going to happen. A lot of things are moving forward that you don't know about. Sometime down the road, so if you're watching this now, whenever you're watching it, like 6 to 8 months from this point, you're going to find out a lot has happened. Something's been going on that you had no idea about. Somebody had to make choices. Somebody had to move things forward. Somebody got in this little quandary where they had to fix something and they had no choice. They had to do what they had to do. The wisdom's coming in, which to me matches up with that study card. Information later is going to look a lot different than it does now. It's kind of like, well, if I had known that, it's going to be one of those moments, like oh, if I had known that, then this, then that. When that information comes in, so from whatever you're watching this 6 to 8 months from now, when that comes forward, it does seem to come forward in a much more pleasant note. It seems like there's a lot more willingness to be cooperative. A lot more willingness to be cooperative. A lot more like, okay, I guess I could do things different, or somebody else willing to look at themselves a little bit more objectively. I don't feel like that's there right now, but it seems to be down the road a little bit more. Moving on from the past, I'm just gonna kind of Eight of Swords, trapped again. Wheel of Fortune, not so good. This person, whoever this is, I feel like there's issues here. We're moving on from whatever the issues were of the past. We're trying to heal them. Whoever they are, it's a general read, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm not really convinced they're healing. I'm not really convinced that they're working through things. I feel like they're just acknowledging and just kind of going, yeah, that happened, and yeah, I did that. Yeah, I could have done that better. But the reason I'm saying I'm not feeling healing, it's like, whoever this person is, it's not like the last time you're going to have this person cause these problems. So, I don't know. It's kind of like we're resolving the past, sort of, like by acknowledging it. And I do feel like they're acknowledging, yeah, I could have done that better. But I also wouldn't believe that they're not going to do the same thing again. So, I don't know. I feel like if you look back at the history of this person, whoever it is, I feel like you can see where they've done this multiple times. They have periods where they're fairly good. They have periods where they're just really difficult. It's just how they roll. It does seem like you're going back into a period where you're going to get along with them for a while, pretty good for a while. Everybody seems to be fine for a while, but I feel like they're also giving you this heads up, like we're not going to pretend like things are fixed. And I feel like deep down you're going to be like, yeah, I wouldn't believe it anyway. So what they're saying is, for whatever the situation is right now, things are going along pretty good. Let sleeping dogs lie. 6 to 8 months from now, you're going to hear the truth. The truth is going to come out. Things are going to change. This person's going to be very agreeable for a period, but they're also giving you the heads up. It's like it goes in seasons. This person, it just seems like they always will. Do they have the ability to heal? Probably. But it's like they have to choose that. They have to choose that. And you can't convince them of that. They have to choose that. Even though they're agreeable and they're like owning up to certain things, I still don't feel healing there. I just feel like for now I'm just acknowledging it, but later I'm going to probably do the same thing again at some point. I don't know. It's the truth. I just feel like that's how it's coming through. Hopefully that's helpful. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.